All right, what you gonna do? Hey, how you doing, everybody? My name is Sir EJ, Sir Ervin Williams III, and I am the CEO and the director of Sir EJW Productions, as well as the writer, director, producer, and everything of Zella. So we're going to sit and ask a few questions, and then I'm going to introduce you all to my amazing cast. So we're going to give it a minute, wait till everybody start getting in, wait till everybody start getting on, and then I'm going to introduce you to my cast. If that's a good thing, let's go.
All right, this is Real STL News. This is going to be a artist spotlight right here with Sir Ervin Williams III. And he is a local. Actually, you go ahead and let them know what you are.
I am a local legend. No, I'm just messing with you. I am a writer, director, producer, poet, educator, mentor, my mother's son, my sister's brothers, a cousin, an uncle. I'm all those things. And as well as I am the writer, director, and producer of our new hit show, It's Complicated, which is a new web series. Make sure you go check that out. We had an amazing turnout about that, as well as I am the writer, director, producer of Zella. Zella is a compelling story about an African-American woman who is particularly loosely based off my grandmother, please. And she is she basically has a struggle of running up to the city of St. Louis and getting to St. Louis and finding out that St. Louis isn't all what it's cracked up to be. She experienced racism, classism, sexism, and it's a hard struggle, and it's an amazing story. So that's what Zella is about.
Okay, so look, let's talk about theater, film in St. Louis, directors. How easy or how hard do you guys have it?
We have it extremely hard because we are in a city that doesn't necessarily practice theater and or film in the city of St. Louis. So we have to struggle. We have to pay for every single thing. We don't have multi-million-dollar budgets and or producers or anybody even checking for us. So we have to start, and we, as I mean myself and other directors and other producers and other writers, we have to create our own. We have to create our own magnitude of art here in the city of St. Louis. And it's one of those things where the city of St. Louis makes amazing art. However, it's not necessarily appreciated by the public because we have so much art. It's more common in St. Louis to be an amazing artist than it is other places. So what we're trying to do with Sir EJW Productions and other production companies around here, we're trying to not only get the look in St. Louis, we're trying to put people to work in St. Louis.
Okay, so what does that look like, putting people to work in St. Louis?
Our own studios, our own buildings, our own prop companies, our own manufacturers. Like, we want to put work in the city of St. Louis. People don't understand how much money it is to be made in film and theater in the city of St. Louis, because people get so used to going to, going to shows that are not necessarily the best quality, but the content is there. So we want to make sure that we have it to where young up-and-coming African-American writers and young up-and-coming white writers and everybody can just come together and get to the table and have a space to film films and do theater, because we don't necessarily have that space, particularly in the Black community. We don't have physical buildings where we can put up our shows and see what's right and see what's wrong with said shows.
Okay, all right. You have a show called It's Complicated. I actually had a chance to watch that. It was actually a good show. I was surprised when I found out you stated that you did the whole show with a zero budget.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a teacher. Unfortunately, I chose to be a teacher. I'm a certified teacher, grades K through 12. I'm a certified English teacher, and I didn't necessarily go into business, so I'm not a wealthy person. I don't have millions and millions of dollars. So when I say a budget zero, they just mean mostly everything. If it wasn't me being able to pull things from my cast, but mostly everything from lunch to breakfast to snacks to some costumes to placing to locations to rentals, I had to pay for that out of my pocket. So when I say a zero budget, it's actually under a zero budget. We did that on a negative $2,000 budget, all right? But it was a great thing because I had a person named Walter McElroy who helped me out a great deal with the videography, the editing, the stations, the locations. So having that kind of help and then having an amazing cast that garnered around creating a project out of love and out of respect for the writing and out of respect for myself as a person, it became out to be a fantastic event.
Okay, so once again, I actually had a chance to check that thing out, and I actually liked it. And one of the things that went through my head is if he done this with a zero or under zero budget, imagine what you or even another film producer, director, videographer could do with a 5, 10, 15, 20, even a 30 $1,000 budget.
Listen, Linda. If somebody gave me $1,000, I can make it look like $1 million. It's one of those things where, unfortunately, we live in a city. As much as I love my city and I love St. Louis, don't get it twisted. I love St. Louis. Love St. Louis from the north side. Went to Lowell Elementary School, graduated from Normandy, and attended Harris-Stowe State University. So I love my city. However, we live in a city where you have to show people what you are capable of doing. People don't necessarily catch your vision when you speak. People are so used to. Here's the thing about what I understand about myself. I don't care if you, the President of the United States himself, I'm not going to let you or anybody hinder the dream and the vision that God has given me. If you don't understand that vision and the dream of that God has given me, then you don't need to be part of that vision or that dream. I just move forward with people who believe that dream. I have a quote that I say all the time, and it's stop tossing your vision to people that can't catch. If they can't catch, that's great. We'll move on to the next person. You understand what I'm saying? We can always find a catcher.
Okay, so tell us what we got going today for the people.
Today we have some dope stuff going on. You're gonna get to meet my cast. My cast is gonna introduce themselves. They're gonna tell you what character they are playing. And Cameron's gonna ask a few questions. Then we're gonna do a small scene for you just to show you the level and the quality of this amazing production. And then we're gonna take it from there. And hopefully you go out and get tickets. Let me put this out. Let me pub this before I forget to pub it. The show starts tomorrow. Our first show is at 10 a.m. at Harris-Stowe State University. The address is 3026 for those people who don't know how to use the Googler, and the zip code is 63103. There are tickets on sale at Eventbrite, and also you can pay at the door. Come and see this phenomenal show. The first show is at 10 a.m. The second show is at 7 p.m. Then we have a Saturday matinee show at 12 noon. The second show at 7 p.m. And then our final last show, which our cast is not only going to kill it, but I told them go up and beyond. That's going to be on Sunday, right after church at 4 p.m. You already in your church clothes. Come check out this amazing play.
All right, so look, without using the Googler to get the names, let's go ahead and meet the cast.
All right, I'm going to, come on, it's going to meet my cast, all right? So I'm going to start my way, and I'm going to work my way around the room, all right?
Let's do that.
All right, so this young man right here, this is Mr. Adam Hopkins. Introduce yourself, Mr. Adam Hopkins.
Hey, my name is Adam Hopkins.
Yes.
I play the character of Willie Calvin, and I'm excited for this play.
Okay, all right.
Hi, my name is Mia Bible. I play Marcy Calvin, the wife, the no-nonsense auntie.
Okay, so y'all a couple.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's my baby.
that's his baby right there. All right, who we got right here?
Hello, I'm Moi, and I play Mary Alice. I'm the youngest and the baby.
Okay, all right. Who we got?
Hi, I'm Black Pearl. I'm Ella May, and I'm the middle girl. I'm the inspiring teacher.
Okay, we got Black Pearl up in the house. Who we got?
Hi, my name is Brittany West, and I play Zella. I am the victim and the victor.
The victim and the victor. Sounds interesting. All right, who we got?
Hi, my name is Bree Keys. I play Aideen. I am the oldest sister who will put it down.
Older sister, they will put it down. Yeah. Who we got in the back? This guy look interesting right here.
My name is Jamal Mitchell. I play Papa. I'm the
Papa.
protector of the family. These are all my babies.
These are your babies. All right, let's get it. Who we got?
My name is Benjamin Rahman. I play Junior, Zella's oldest child and oldest and only son. I play the innocent sacrifice, I guess you could say.
The innocent sacrifice. All right, I'm almost ready to see this myself right now. Now, who's this guy?
I'm Jaron Van Wyck. I play Mr. Charlie.
You're who?
Jaron Van Wyck.
You're Mr. White.
Mr. Charlie.
Okay, all right, got you.
Yeah. I play Mr. Charlie, and I just come in to mix things up.
Okay, let's get it. All right, who we got right here?
I am Darius Marcel Higgins, and I play Abel Calvin, the antagonist of the show.
Okay, let's get it then. All right, is that everybody?
That's Oh, no, two young gentlemen from Harris-Stowe State University. We definitely want to introduce them. Come on now, Anthony.
He was in the cut. I thought he was security.
This is one of our crew members. This is one of the most important people in the show. This is Mr. Anthony. He go right here at Harris-Stowe State University, my alumni. He's helping me. And where's Justin? And this is Justin. This is Justin, the tallest human being I've ever met. He's also one of our amazing crew members in the actual show. And we will be remiss not to mention Miss Raylonda Ledbetter, who is playing Mama, and also Mr. Ryan Lane, who is my director of my lights and sound. You say who? Deja Polk. And also, thank you, and also Deja Polk, who's also in the play, and she's going to be the person that you love to hate. So we want to make sure we mention everybody in our cast. And that fly guy right there, gonna turn around, is doing all the behind the scenes stuff. That is DeSantis. DeSantis is not only is an audio-visual artist, he's also a photographer and a videographer, and has his own company. So what's the name of your company? I want to mess it up because I will mess it up.
Imagine You Media.
Imagine You Media.
I'm going to let him say it.
Yeah.
Imagine You Media.
Imagine You Media. Spell it out, bro.
The actual word imagine, GINEUYOU media.
All right, let's get it.
All right, so come on over and ask our cast some questions, because I know you're going to ask some dope questions, Cameron. So all
right, so look. I'm going to be honest. I actually want to get into like the teaser real quick, but let's start with Zella. Matter of fact, how did you guys even become a part of the play in the first place? Anybody can just raise their hand and shout out their answer.
We had to audition.
So you guys actually auditioned for roles?
Yes. Well, actually, when Ervin did this play 7 years ago, he cast me as Ella May, and that started our relationship. So when I found out that he was doing auditions for Zella again, I was definitely going to come out.
Okay, so this is a play that actually, when did you write it?
I wrote it in 2006. We put it up in 2011 at the Missouri History Museum and sold out 3 nights in a row. So that's why we need people to come.
Okay, all right, got you. So you guys actually auditioned for the roles. You became. How's it like working with this guy?
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
All of them lying. Right now, put the camera on me. Right now they don't like me, but they're going to like me after the show.
Let me say this. So it's not very common to find somebody that can write, direct, act. I mean, he's so multi-talented. It's a blessing to be able to just be under that scope with him. So, I mean, despite whatever you go through while you're like learning how to get into scenes and act like this, it's just a blessing. We writing history. Did you know that?
Okay. Yes, sir.
One of the most, I think the biggest part of Ervin's character is the fact that he's a teacher. So like when he talks about like his vision and dream from God, it doesn't matter what he's doing. He could be like directing a play, a web series. He could be teaching a class on like the literary work of like Billie Holiday or something like that. He could just be like talking to somebody on the street. But he's always going to be a teacher. He always has love for everybody. So like everybody in the cast can attest to this. He's not just directing you and helping you be the character. He's literally helping you be a better actor. Mm-hmm. Like with everything he gives you, all the constructive criticism. I don't have that big of a speaking role, but I know people with monologues have met with him one-on-one, like outside of practice time to work on monologues and things like that. So yeah, he's just like very much about education and whatever series he's working in.
Okay, that's dope.
And I would say the most beautiful thing to me about Ervin is he doesn't give you nothing. If you're going to be on it, you're going to earn it. I wasn't originally in it, but I begged him if I could just do B-roll footage behind the scenes. And then Moi here gave me an opportunity, and as a result of that, you know, that made some stuff happen for me. But he's going to work with you. You're going to earn it. And if you're willing to listen, then he can take you somewhere that you don't even think you're capable of being.
Okay. All right, so let me ask this. What's been the hardest part about being an actor? Because I take it everybody's here is an actor, right? That's how y'all got here. What's the hardest part about being an actor in St. Louis?
Having to work.
Right.
Having to work and balance out work and rehearsal and kids and family, just like learning how to, I don't know a St. Louis actor who doesn't have a job, a full-time job. So just learning how to balance that. And he works very well with us. Like if you tell him like, this is what I got going on, as long as you have a drive and a push to like want to be here, he's going to make sure he's here with you. So I appreciate that too.
Okay, anybody else want to speak on that?
The hardship of St. Louis being an artist, period, is people believing in you. You know what you have, but it takes a lot for them to come through the door to see what you do before they believe. They will believe someone else out there who has the credentials before they believe you. So it takes a long time to work to get the belief there when you can go out of town and people buying tickets and selling you out. Yeah. But here in your hometown, you gotta do a lot.
Prove yourself.
Anybody else want to speak on that?
It seems like, I mean, I'm not from St. Louis, I'm from the Illinois side of North Island, but it seems like to me, there's a bunch of talented people in St. Louis, but the talented people within St. Louis don't support one another. It's like everybody's working on their individual projects and trying to get their own individual shine, but they don't realize that if they came together as a collective and supported one another, they would have no choice but to put St. Louis on.
May I speak to that? Because with that being said, there are a great deal of people in the city of St. Louis who work with each other. Myself, Joel P.E. King, Marty Casey, David Kirkman, Brian Cunningham. It's a gamut of people who actually work together in the city of St. Louis, and we know each other and we know each other work. The thing about it is that sometimes we're so busy that we can't work with each other because we already are doing other projects. So it's people working in the community as actors, as writers, as directors, and doing collective projects. But what would that look like if we had a budget? We came to the table, and I'm putting this idea out there because I've been putting this idea out there for a minute. You know this, Cam. We come to the table, we have a budget, we say put a project on the table, and we're going to figure out which project we all going to go on and work, and then we do percentages of whatever the movie makes. So the person who's the writer and the writer, of course, they get 51, 55%, and then you take that other 45% and you divvy it amongst the people who worked on your project.
Okay, so look, break that down because I know we had spoke about something like this similar. Let's just hypothetically say 500 people all put in $100. And
that'd be amazing.
And these 500 people, not even 500 people, 100 people put in $100, $200, and whatever that amount is, they put that toward a project. Would you be willing to do?
Absolutely. Listen, let me tell you something about Sir EJW. I always extend the olive branch to somebody. You understand what I'm saying? I'm always willing to work with somebody, especially if I believe in their project. Now, sometimes I understand this, and it was something I had to grow up and understand. Sometimes me extending the olive branch is not extended back. I accept that. I get it. Everybody wasn't raised like I was. Everybody's wasn't shown love and was taught to show love to other people. However, just because I'm extending an olive branch don't mean I won't remove said olive branch when I see you on some fugazi stuff. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing fugazi back.
Okay, I can dig it. Look, I want to go ahead and hop into the actual scene that you want to give to us for the teaser.
Before we leave, is there anything that our cast want to say about Zella before we go into the teaser? Is there anything that you all want to say about Zella? Particularly Zella, because the name of the show is Zella, and you sitting there all prim and proper. Is there something you want to say?
I think this is a wonderful opportunity for local artists to come together. This is an amazing show. Big props to Sir Ervin J. Williams for writing this and for bringing it back again, because without this I would not have been able to audition. This is my first play, my first stage play, so this is something where it's amazing to experience, and having the teacher, the writer, producer, director all in one person and getting that one-on-one time, really expounding more on your gifts amongst everyone here. It's an amazing show. Please do not miss it. You have 5 shows, 5 opportunities, 0 excuses.
Come on, Zella. Boom.
Okay.
And that's why she's Zella. So what we're going to do is give us about 3 seconds to set up for this scene. We're going to take it from Act 1, Scene 1. We're going to do we can't do the opening because Ryan's not in as of yet. We're still going to do the opening of that scene, all right? Even without the lights and everything, we're going to do the opening of that scene. So if y'all can y'all, fellas, can y'all help me move everything back?
Okay, so what we're about to do, actually a sneak peek, a teaser of, I'm in Harris-Stowe right now. Let me get in a position.
And I have to go get set up. Yes. Leave it there. Leave it there for now. Just slide it back.
All right, so look, this is Real SCL News. We're doing a artist spotlight. We are behind the scenes with Sir Ervin Williams III. He is the writer-director of this stage play called Zella. If you guys want to see more theater in St. Louis, if you guys want to do something different in St. Louis, you have to support your local talent, whether it's poetry, whether it's painters, whether it's whatever artists do in St. Louis, you have to support. We can't keep saying that there's nothing to do in St. Louis when we have tons and tons of positive things, positive people, people who put their heart and soul into their craft. All right, so you guys are watching some behind-the-scenes stuff right now. They're setting up for a stage play called Zella that will be at Harris-Stowe tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, to my understanding. We're going to do a quick skit, then we're going to be shutting it down. Normally, people tell you got to come out and see the show. What they're doing right now, they're setting up to give you a quick skit. All right, so everybody that is currently watching, if you guys could hit the share button one time for the wordness piece, go ahead and support your artists. Go ahead and support this show. Support your local talent. All right, so they all dressed up in their get-ups. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know we was gonna get like to see a little bit of the show or a little skit. So we want to go ahead and commend these actors for letting us put them on the spot. I'm gonna be quiet because I don't know when it's gonna start. Everybody that's tuned in right now, we appreciate you guys watching.
We're about to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I hope they turn some lights on.
A pretty girl is like a melody that haunts you night and day, just like a strain or haunting refrain. You start upon a marathon and run around your brain. You feel escape. She's in your memory by morning, night, and noon. She will leave you and then.
You know what, Abel? I am tired. I am tired of you hitting me. You told me you love me, but you don't. You could not the way you would treat me. Every day I smell nothing but filthy ass corn lick on your breath. Is that all you got to give me? Is that all I love myself to accept from you? Is that all I have to hold on to? I sat there and I prayed and I asked God to send me a good man. And he sent me you. Damn! I wish I would have prayed for a low-down, dirty dog. Maybe he would have gotten it right. For years, I've been your wife for far too long. I have cooked, I have cleaned, I have fed your bastard children. I even had my firstborn snatched from me. Oh, 23 years of my life I've been serving you like you were king shit on Turd Mountain. And I never got to thank you. I knew you were no good from day one. But I thought I could change you. I thought if I was the best woman I knew how to be, I could change your trifling ass. But I was wrong. God knows I was wrong. And I am tired of doing for you. I am tired. What was it? Was she prettier than me? Can she cook better than me? Was I a terrible mother? Tell me. Tell me. Why would you do this to me?
And cut.
Dope. Well, I don't even see you. So many lights up in here.
If you want to see the rest of that scene, you have to come to the show.
Come on this side.
Okay.
The lights blinding you.
If you want to see the rest of that scene, you have to come and find out what happens to Zella. And you have to find out what happens to Abel. Will Abel live this scene? We never know. So make sure you come out to Harris-Stowe State University in the Emerson Theater. Tomorrow is our first show, the matinee show at 10 a.m. Friday night is our red carpet show. We're going to have photographers. We're going to have media. We're going to have everybody. So make sure you come. Make sure you cute. Make sure you check our website. Make sure you go on Facebook and see all of the amazing marketing we've done. Make sure you hit up Adam Hopkins, who took all of these amazing photos. That's the young man that's playing Willie. Make sure you hit him up. And make sure you come out to see Zella in totality. 5 shows, 0 excuses. Thank you so much for spending this time. We want to thank Real STL News for coming out and taking out their busy schedule to talk to us. We greatly appreciate that, and see you at the show. Thank you so much.
I need her to take a bow. Take a bow for that.
Take a bow, yeah. There is Zella.
All right, so look, this is Real STL News. This is the Artist Spotlight. This is your local St. Louis talent. Definitely come on, support whatever it is that you do, St. Louis. Everybody that is watching, definitely support. If you're an artist, if you're a painter, if you're a singer, if you're a writer, rapper, whatever the cause might be, whatever your art is, you have to support. We have to store somewhere. There are, hey, what did you just say? You just said you're willing to work with who?
I'm willing to work with everybody. Any and everybody. I'm willing to work with any and everybody. If you about your business and you have a great product, there's no reason we can't sit down and rap. Don't come to me if you know your stuff ain't right. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to say, hey, you know, to have this, and this in order for us to be able to work. Because if we're going to if I'm going to put my name on it and I'm going to send you talented people to put their name on it, your project has to be right in totality. You understand what I'm saying? Don't come to us with 50% when you know we 100. Boom, I just said.
All right, so look, this is Real STL News. We are signing off. We are for the community because we are the community. This is the Zella stage play starting tomorrow. One last time. Please give those times. One last time.
One last time. Our show is tomorrow. We have our first show Friday at 10 a.m. Second show is at 7 p.m. On Saturday is at 12 noon. Second show is at 7 p.m. And on Sunday is at 4 p.m. after church. Now listen, I'm going to tell you this. We are black theater, but we're black theater in excellence. At 7 o'clock, my show starts. Doors open at 6:30. 7 o'clock, you see the amazing trailer. By 7:10, the show is started. Now, if you come in late, that's fine, but you're going to have to wait for a scene to be over to come in. But we still want you to come. We still going to accept you, but we practice in real theater here. This is not an open mic show. This is not a dance. You can't come in fashionably late and think you're going to check the same and have the same the entire show. So make sure you come on time. We start on time. And each one of my cast members at the end of the show sit down, they kiss babies, they hug people, and they do a question and answer segment.
Real STL News, signing off for the community because we are the community.